We are back after a long hiatus. Is that how you say that word? Hiatus.
Hiatus.
It's been a while. We had surgery. We had a reverse sibling octopi. I'm now my sister, and she is now me. We did.
It's working out better this way.
It's better this way? So stupid. What? We were talking on the phone last night, and I was eating some ridiculous bullshit. So I had been taking pictures of meals that I eat at home, and I took a picture of the meal last night too, so that's in here. But there's like 6 meals on this list, and I want you to rate each meal when I pulled up on the canvas. So do you know how anime works?
Oh,
The world of anime has a ranking system.
we just talked about anime, but I said I don't. I'm very uncomfortable.
I know we were watching. I remember we were watching Cyberpunk on Netflix. I'm like, look how cool it is, and you were just like over there doing the TikToks, and I'm like, look at this screen, it's awesome.
It just makes me uncomfortable.
So the ranking in Japan and on anime is like, it's like we're gonna go S ranking is the highest.
S
is the best, and then everything else it's like euchre kind of. It's like it's weird how Jack is the strongest, then everything else is normal.
Yeah.
So with this ranking system, S is the best, and then we're gonna go A, B, C. So A is slightly worse than S, then B.
Wait, it goes S, A, B, C?
Yeah, it's weird. So
See,
S
I
is
don't
the
understand
anime is it works out.
I
So
don't understand it.
so check out this first meal. This was well, I'll explain it, and then you just maybe you give a ranking, and then you just tell me why, and then we'll just kind of. I can sway. The rules are I can sway how I can be like only a B, and then I'll be like I might dispute why I think it's better than a B, and you can change your ranking, but we just okay. So I'll give a little explanation here. This is This is a lot of meat is what this is. This is actually, this is cheese infused bratwurst. You can kind of see the cheese if you look closely on that brat. I enhanced too far. It's been a while. Oh no. The surgery was supposed to fix this. Look at that fucking cheese in that brat. And the cheese kind of like fused. These are meatballs. These are meatballs with cheese infused brats.
I thought they were tater tots.
Yeah, it's confusing. So, what do you think about what ranking would you give that meal? That particular meal? You can't think about. We got like 5 of these, so we got. We don't.
Well, I wouldn't give it an S because that's a lot of meat. I need something other than the meat.
That was a whole meal. That's like 2 days of
that's
food.
So many brats of meat.
So just because there's no sides.
Yeah, I gotta have sides.
So okay, I'm not gonna.
It's not the worst meal, but it just doesn't make sense.
What do you think? What's our final verdict here?
I guess I would be like a B.
Okay.
If
I know that's a lot of meat for most people.
Yeah,
that's a normal day in my life.
For me, that's too much meat.
I got that's a B. I'm gonna go B plus. That's a B plus meal.
Maybe
it is a lot of meat.
A potato with some
concur.
Or some macaroni salad in there.
Yeah, that's a B plus. I gotta change it. Definitely not a C.
No.
Look at all that protein.
Because it's good meat.
None of these meals are gonna be below B plus. I added the plus, as you can see. I changed the rules.
B minus.
I make the rules. Next meal coming up. Okay, we got a B plus on my meat platter. Now the rest of these are gonna have sides, so that was generous. You could have given it a C, and I probably wouldn't have argued. Okay, here we go. Now we're getting into it. So what this is really cheap steak. This is $10 steak with a piece of lasagna and French fries with a side of ketchup.
You know, I would probably give that an S.
You got S already?
That lasagna solidified it.
All right. I'm not going to argue.
At first I thought it was chicken, and then when you said lasagna, I instantly got
I
happy.
can't argue with an S. I will never turn down an S.
I actually think I've eaten something like that before.
All right. So that's $10 steak on sale.
Generous amount of ketchup, which I am a fan of.
As you can see, I did use a very generous amount of ketchup for this meal. That's steak. That's probably a few days past the expiration date. I actually got that on sale in the expiration. They have like a get it out of here now situation, and you have to sign a waiver to buy the meat because you might
eat at your own risk.
You might die.
Well, see, I would take the steak. If you had a little bit of a tainted taste, I just dip it in that extra ketchup.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I mix. I don't like the mix, but sometimes you gotta. The steak is so dry because it's been on the shelf for so long. The only way to get it moist is
I don't know. That looks like a solid meal, though.
That's an S. All right, we got a B+ and an S.
Get some pasta in there. I'm a fan.
All right, here we go. Now this shit's getting wild. The list only gets crazier as we go. So what this is something I cooked up at work. So we had pie, and then I had an avocado in the fridge that was still good. It had been in there for a couple weeks, so it was ripe. It was ready to go. So it's blueberry pie with a side of avocado. What do you think about that?
I like avocado, but I don't know about with the pie. I need a meat with a pie, I think. If I'm going to mix pie with... I don't know. I might have to give that one a B-.
You giving her
and that's a tiny piece of pie.
I like adding the pluses and the minuses because we might have like an S+ down this list.
Another.
Yeah, I had eaten most of the other. I ate quite a bit of pie that night. That's why I was.
Okay.
Earlier. Where did my brush go? What? Again, there we go.
The pie does not have any whipped cream on it.
Earlier, I had a piece of pie that was like that. And I was pretty full of pie.
It was just.
That's about the shape. I don't cut them in triangles.
I guess I could give it a B+.
B+.
Because
I will not
it was an afterthought meal.
With that.
You've already had some good pie earlier.
The avocado.
That avocado's not doing it for me.
Another B+. I call that a win. We're going to move on to the next meal. Now, this is the one from last night. So that's a Diet Mountain Dew. Uh-oh.
Oh.
I think half of it's cut off. Well, you can kind of see what's going on here still. I got the Tostina's pizza rolls with a chicken salad on a croissant.
Yeah.
And the flaming hot cheesy popcorn. Look at that.
I'll give it I won't give it an S, but I would give it the next best, which is what, the A?
Giving her an A?
Because
I
like
my God.
all those things, and I love that it's a croissant and not regular bread.
Yeah.
That's classy.
I can't argue with that. We got a lot of sides going on. I know you like sides.
Pizza rolls aren't the greatest, but for some reason they're working.
Yeah,
I might do some ranch, but not a lot.
Okay. Well, we got to move on to the next one, which is also cut off for some reason. So we'll. Yep.
Oh.
So I don't know what I did here. We're missing part of the picture, so I don't know if there's more food down here, to be honest. But what it is pork spare ribs with a side of manwich, no bun. How do you think about that? There's barbecue on this too, so I know you like condiments.
Yeah, but
there's something else down here, and I can't remember what it is.
I don't. Again, it's a lot of meat.
You know what? I could have just did this in pictures. I didn't really need to make a storyboard. Oh, there it is. It's fish.
Oh my gosh, that's so much meat.
It's fish, yeah, and condiments. I know you like your condiments. What do you think about that one?
I like the manwich, but man, I gotta have a bun. I like the fish.
I don't like the meals with a lot of meat.
This is scary.
That's good.
This looks like a
spare ribs.
It looks like alien.
I get food poisoning a lot, and you get it.
This is a lot of meat.
What are you thinking?
I like the fish. I like the manwich. I'll give it a B. I'll give it a B because.
They can hear me in the back. Get that music.
We're gonna do the outro thing. We're gonna do it.
Not yet. All right. I'm not gonna edit that out either. I don't care. We're just practicing for later.
Yeah,
These people.
This is a
fuck the viewers that we don't have.
dry
Okay.
run.
Okay, last one. We're getting this video is too long. Okay, last one. Same meal from before, but with a piece of pizza. And I think each ingredient on this pizza should count as a side. Where'd you go on that? Did you go B?
I went B.
Oh, you went B in the last one. All right.
Because it was just so
Whoop,
much,
shit.
so much meat.
Okay.
This is a lot of meat too.
Same meal. Actually, it's more meat because there's like pepperoni and sausage on that pizza.
That just makes me full looking at it. We'll go. How about a A- on that one? Because I mean, the pizza and the fish.
A-. I'll take it. I
It's
have
just
no arguments with any of these.
That pizza
These
looks.
grades. No C's though. I'm proud of that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't give C's because I know for a fact that I've eaten meals like this.
Wait, that was an A? I almost wrote C.
An A-.
I almost wrote C. All right,
'Cause
good.
I really don't think we need the extra meat.
Well, I do have a lot. I like my protein. Okay, so that was what I eat on a regular basis, pretty much. This is my life. That video is too long. Bye, everyone.